Welcome. In this session, we will discuss about the next important section, that is economics, followed by the last topic, which is environment. So, wish you all the best for your upcoming examination. To begin with, in economics, what are the key terms you must be familiar with? Now, two important things that worldwide economies are facing. One is inflation, the other is recession. Now, both these terms become important in line with the related terminologies. For example, in inflation, we have covered what is shrinkflation, skimflation separately. There is another term which was recently in news, which is called as sticky inflation or elephant in the room. That means it is a phenomena when price do not adjust quickly to the changes in the demand and supply, and as a result the inflation keeps on rising. Now this removes the purchasing power of an individual, and therefore it puts a high pressure even on the housing availability or affordability of an individual. Now, what are the challenges for a central bank to control the inflation? If it cannot be controlled, it would lead into a recession, and this sticky inflation actually increases the interest rate. Now, what would happen if the interest rate increases? If interest rate increases, there is a decrease in the demand and decrease in the supply, decrease in the demand of goods and services, I can say, and this would lead to less hiring. It would lead to more of layoffs, and ultimately this would lead to dwindling of the economy. So increasing interest rate would be detrimental to economy, and this would also be a way forward for recession. But if that is not done, what would happen is the economy would fall into recession, because there would be changes on the side of the inflationary structures as well. So that's one side. The other important term is greed inflation. Now, greed inflation, or what is called as greedflation, is another term where the corporate world or the corporate economies are trying to create more profit, and when they are trying to create more profit, they increase the cost of production. Now, when the cost of production increases, there is rising demand, rising wages, and ultimately this is the term which leads to inflationary structure, but because of the greed of the corporate economy. So that's again important term that you must be familiar with, inflation. Other important terms that we had studied before was lipstick effect, the McDonald effect. So those were some of the important terms that we had discussed. Now coming on to another scheme, which is pump and dump scheme. Now, what is pump and dump scheme? Now, pump and dump scheme is a manipulation activity which actually leads to artificially inflating the price of the stock, and once the price is artificially increased, there are more investors into it, and then the price suddenly drops. So investors actually accrue a lot of losses in that, and this is mainly seen in micro cap and small cap industries. So again, that is important. There is another term. Rather than sticky inflation, we use the term stagflation. Stagflation is a term which usually refers to slowing down of the economy, but at the same time the prices are rising. Now, another important term that we must be familiar with is ZIG. Now, ZIG is the Zimbabwe gold. Now, Zimbabwe in the last few years has witnessed 500% increase in the price. That is a very high rate of inflation, and ZIG is the 6th new currency. But Zimbabwe now says that this is a gold-backed currency, so it would be relatively more stable. The first Zimbabwean dollar was introduced in 1980s, but consequently it lost its value, and there were various currencies which relied on US dollars which were introduced. Finally, the Zimbabwean dollar again collapsed in 2009, and there were hyperinflation which led to 5 billion% increase, and this was one of the most severe currency crashes. So this is the new currency which has been introduced, known as ZIG, or the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe has launched what is known as Zimbabwean gold in the denomination of 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 and 200. So again, an important aspect. The next is the term bank clinic. Now, what is bank clinic? Bank clinic is an term released by All India Bankers Employees Association, and that is to assist the bank customers with any grievance redressal if required, and also for removal of any discrepancies while having a word with the bank. The next is the TCM, that is the trading cum clearing member. Now SBI has become the first trading cum clearing member at the India International Bullion Exchange. So bullion is the market where jewelries like precious metals like gold and silver are traded. So this IIBX is the platform where the SBI has enabled its first IFSC banking unit, which is known as IBU, on the RBI platform for trading members and clearing members, and this aims to increase the trading volumes of gold and silver and bring in more transparency in the country. The next is 3 new initiatives released by RBI. The first is the FinTech repository. Now this FinTech repository is a way through which the FinTech industries or entities would have certain data for understanding for the policymakers. Now this would be adoption of the technologies using AI, machine learning, cloud computing, quantum learning, and this is called as the M repository or the MTech repository. So MTech and FinTech are the two words which are now used. MTech comes from the word emerging technology. So artificial intelligence, machine learning, cloud computing, quantum computing, all of these are part of emerging technologies. So together FinTech and MTech have a very secure web-based application which can be managed by RBIH, that is Reserve Bank of India Hub, a subsidiary of RBI. The next is the Retail Direct Mobile application. Now this was launched in 2021 to facilitate investors to open a direct retail gilt account with the RBI, and this was under the RBI Retail Direct Scheme, and this allows the investors to invest in government securities in the primary auctions to buy and sell the government securities. The next important is Pravaha portal. Now Pravaha portal is platform for regulatory application, validation and authorization, and this occurs through a secure centralized web-based portal where an individual can submit the application for authorization, licensing and regulatory approval. The next important term is drip pricing. Drip pricing is a simple term where you go into the market to buy something, you are given only the headline prices, and then there are numerous additional charges which are levied beyond that headline price, and this is called as a drip pricing mechanism. So the actual cost goes far beyond what is the headline price. So we also call this as the hidden charges, right? There is another term we have discussed in one of the lectures separately, that is paradox of saving. Usually this term is also called as paradox of thrift, but what the theory usually says, usually the general theory says that higher the personal saving, there is more economic saving. But this paradox of saving says that if the individual savings increase, the overall saving or the total savings in an economy would decline, and this is what is called as the paradox of saving or paradox of thrift. The next important term is swing trading. Now swing trading is where let's say elections are coming in, manifestos are being released. So what happens? Investors keep their position open for more than one single day and they hold the stock for several days and weeks, and the idea is to capture the stock gain during that period, and therefore this is governed by two things. One is the high volume, the other is the volatility in the market. So volatility, that is the price movement, and high volume, that is the trading activity, is important. The last important things that we would discuss is India's VIX, that is volatility index. Now this talks about the expected volatility in the stock market for the next 30 days. India is somewhere at around 16.5. Now this is also called as a fear index. If this volatility in the market is very high, it expects uncertainty and more market risk. If it is low, it talks about a stable market condition. The next is SRVA, that is the special Rupee Vostro account. Now a Rupee Vostro account is a account which is actually in the domestic bank that holds for the foreign bank in rupees. So any export and import would take place in the rupees, the final settlement would again be in rupee, and the exchange between the currencies would be determined by the market. So recently Indian government has simplified this Vostro account for importing pulses from Myanmar, and this is on a special Vostro account for the rupee and kyat, which is the currency for Myanmar payment system. So under this direct payment system under the Punjab National Bank, this special rupee Vostro account was again in news, and the payment mechanism has been simplified. So those are some of the key topics that we have discussed from economics. In the next section we will discuss with environment. Stay tuned.